Okay. Wait a second. We're going live with my
live
friends
yet, right?
YUTING. Okay, let's start the intro first. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we start one more Papi La Vida show for you around the world. Thank you very much. I'm your host, Papi, and today we have another special guest. She's a Taiwanese girl, but I met her in Australia. We share the same house in Australia. And today we have an incredible and a special guest here. A bit delayed as always, but we made that work. Today, nothing more special than my friend who I met in Australia and talk from China right now. YUTING. There we go, YUTING. Please. It's you. Say something.
Alright, my name is YUTING. Actually, you can call me Felicia as well. Yeah, from Taiwan. I met Victor, which is Papi now. No, Papi. In Australia. Well, back to how long ago?
Was it 2009?
2000.
Oh, 2008.
2008.
2008. That's true. The 2008.
So it's like 12 years ago. We're getting old.
So what happened? Just to give you a backstory for today, guys. Guys, before I say I start this conversation, I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be a very interesting conversation. Just to let you guys ready for what's gonna happen here. We're gonna talk about everything about Australia. I shared the house with like a lot of people from Asia mostly, and I'm a Western guy. I'm crazy, and Asians are very polite people. But YUTING is different. She talk a lot. She party a lot as well. So she's a very different girl, and that's why we get so much along, because I talk a lot as well. And I said I have to talk, and we're gonna explain as well. We talked to Tommy the last time, the Italian guy, where I met in the penthouse. But before the penthouse, I was kicked out from the other house, and YUTING gonna explain what happened in the house. So I told you guys, you checking Papi La Vida right now, guys. Papi La Vida's story is like Star Wars, You mix the end with the beginning, and you go back and forth, so you can understand the whole story. So we went to the end. Now gonna back to the beginning to understand why I was kicked out and ended up in a penthouse. So no more talking. Let's talk about. And guys, get ready. And another thing, guys, subscribe to the channel. And for you guys, maybe don't have time to listen the whole conversation, please. You guys can check on the Spotify and the Google Podcasts and iTunes as well. And you can wash the dishes, cleaning the house, and we are fucking quarantined. So guys, you have nothing else to do. Maybe listen a very interesting conversation with my friend YUTING. So YUTING, let's talk. YUTING, where did you met each other? Tell me, where did you met each other? Do you remember? How was the first meeting?
I actually don't remember the first time we met each other.
It was in the house. It was in the house what's the name?
No. I was I think I stay in the house first before you, and then you move in.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, that's true.
And then first of all, I read the intro 10 minutes ago when you described me kicking you out of the house. No, it's not me.
You didn't kick the house. What I'm saying is, we're gonna say about the conversation. You didn't kick. You're a very nice girl, but you were in the same house that was kicked, So I want you to hear this story, but before, let's have a backstory for the people understand. So we met in this apartment. We shared the house with another Japanese guy. What's his name? His name was
I think Tonio.
Tonio.
He's half Brazilian.
He's
too.
half Brazilian. That's true. He's half Brazilian. Tonio, very
Yes,
nice
but he
guy.
looks Japanese.
He's very Japanese, but I mean, we have a very big Japanese colony here. I don't know if you know about.
and we had Yumi.
Yumi. Do you have still contact with
Yes.
Yumi? In Japanese as well?
Yes, she came to Sydney to see me a few years ago when I was still there.
All right.
She had 2 babies now.
No way. Seriously. She was
Yeah.
dating a guy from, is it Italy, or the guy was she dating, or what? She was
No, Germany.
Germany. That's true. She got a German boyfriend. Is the same guy or no?
Now husband. No, it was a very long story anyway.
Anyway.
Let's talk about you.
Yeah, that's true. And you have the house. There's a couple of girls of Korean, because actually the manager was Korean. No? Is still your friend? Still your friend? No, the girl, the Korean
No,
manager.
I think the one who rent out the house is a Korean.
But
I'm still talking to her.
yeah, because I know like a couple, like I know we went to some parties, because it's incredible. We met in 2008, but we kept being friends for a long time, and always be making parties. But you always there. You like my other friend, the Mexican guy, the Luis. You always in the parties, even though the time goes on. I said, like, man, we haven't been, see each other for a long time. But listen, gonna have a party this Friday. Can you come in? And he's always showed up. It's funny, man.
And you're always having parties.
It's funny. But yeah, so we believe in this little apartment. It was shared house. Okay, it's a shared rooms. I slept in the
Very
balcony.
shitty though.
Yeah, it's very small.
We're very poor. We're backpackers.
We're backpackers, yes.
It was like a 1-bedroom apartment, and in the room we had like 2 bunk beds, so 4 girls living there, and 2 guys in the living room, and 1 guy in the sunny room. So 7 people share a little house.
Yeah, the sunny.
Remember?
Just wanna tell the people, the sunny room they call is like actually the balcony. We have the balcony. They close the balcony, make a fucking room. They call sunny room to make it more appeal, so we can sell more. But anyway, I lived in the balcony for a while. But we had a great time. There are a lot of things. So where are you at now? You living? Where are you living now? Because you're no longer in Australia, are you?
No, I'm living in Suzhou.
Suzhou is in China.
Yes.
And yeah, let's talk about.
Very boring here, by the way.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you get in? Did you get the citizenship in Australia or no? You could stay for a very long time there.
No, I nearly get it. I got work visa, but they cancel they actually changed the policies,
Yes.
so I couldn't get it.
Yes.
They always do that, but it's okay because I'm accumulating my experience in marketing, and I
Yes.
started there. So few years to go, then I can go back anyway.
Yes. And what happened is because for me have the same situation. We would love to stay in Australia, but the policy changed very quickly for the amount that people going to Australia. Because you agree,
Yes.
you agree with me. Australia is such an amazing country. Tell me, Eugene.
It's amazing.
It's a mixed country, and people from many places in the world, like we all together, So it's amazing, man. It's amazing. So now you in China. For how long you left Australia? For which the year?
Like I think it's 3 years.
3 years
already.
ago. Okay.
3.
3 years. All right.
Yes.
And how are you doing there? How are you doing so far? Married? Kids?
Actually, no, no, still
No.
like this,
Is it like
an
this?
old me.
Okay. I because back in the day you had an Australian boyfriend. I remember that.
I remember the story.
Do you
I
remember this?
remember, I remember you told me to be with that Ben.
Uh-huh.
Remember that British guy who lived in the sunny room, the
Yes.
balcony, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Do you have contact
I
with
think
him
he
or
was
no?
a very nice guy.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Do you have contact with him or something or no?
No, I had his Facebook, but I think he's married.
Yeah, I remember. I do have his Facebook as well. Maybe we try
Yeah,
to contact
but we
him as
didn't
well.
talk much.
Yeah. I think from like the like that days there. I think we like from like the time we were in Australia. I think we are the because most of people left already. So from that time, I
Yes.
think I was the only one was still around, and we still
And
like.
they're still having a lot of party.
Yes, that's true. But you love my
Remember
parties.
every
You
time
love my
every
parties.
time I took my friends to your party, you
That's
were like,
true.
you think the girl is so pretty.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember. Yeah, I remember. She was Korean. What?
Yeah,
What?
she's Korean and Russian mix.
Korean. Yeah, that's true. Very exotic looking. But listen, we are very curious. What's going on right now? Because listen, first we have a bit like situation here. Because most people they don't know this, but all social media in China is blocked because the government control the whole
Yes.
thing. Is that true?
Yeah.
Explain this because back in Australia in 2008, there's already this because people couldn't like get in Orkut or Facebook and say why you can get in, and we try to understand. Most people they don't know when you go to when you go to China, you can access Google. That's true. You can access Google. Is that right? Or is limit?
Um, Let me explain because like first of all, you need to have a VPN before you come to China because they block all the social media, they block Google, they block lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
So at the back to 1.5 years ago, I kind of lost my phone in the taxi when I was really drunk. So I
Really?
bought this Chinese phone. And then all of a sudden last year, on the first day of 2019, my Google couldn't be used anymore. It's really crazy.
No
Not
way.
Google Photos, no Gmail. Like when I click the app and
Yes.
it just gone, it's just gone. It's weird. I think they totally blocked it in 2019 until now.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually pay for VPN so I can access the real world to
Because
Facebook or Instagram. That's how I'm talking to you now.
yeah. I know that's crazy. Like so you cannot access like Instagram as well. You can access Instagram unless you have a VPN
That's right.
and
It's crazy.
Facebook and in all the social media. Google as well. Google is restricted.
Google as well.
Oh no way! Oh so because you live for
I
a long
know.
time with this freedom and
I know.
and how do you deal with it? Like I guess like in the first few months, I think we went crazy. You can like talk to other friends and the community and all the stuff. But you guys
It's
have
crazy.
you guys have the same like you have no you guys don't use WhatsApp. It's another thing is chat something like what's the name the what
It's called WeChat.
WeChat is and you guys have your own Facebook. Is that right?
They have the Facebook thing. I think it's called Weibo, but I never use it.
Yes. You guys have their own Instagram as well or no? The version of Instagram?
I think they have now, like it's called Little Red Books,
Mm.
and it's on Google Play Store. It's very ironic, actually.
But like
Like TikTok is from Oh, TikTok's a good version, good example because, you know TikTok.
Yeah, I know TikTok.
So in China, they have their own version, and
Yes.
they expanded to overseas, and now international one has their own version. So it's not connected.
All right, all right. So guys, you are already like missing the conversation. So what happened? China, the government they don't allow to use these apps from overseas. So they made it their own version of the apps. So people they can control and see what's the people seeing, and it's very controlled government there. But you originally from Taiwan. How long you still visit Taiwan, or you been out like you been away for a long time? What's going on?
No, actually, I went back to Sydney in February, in January
Not
for my
really.
friend's wedding.
No
Yeah.
way.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't.
You can care about me more.
No, of course I care about you. So yeah, I mean like I because I've been out of Australia. It's been already 7 or 8 years. And this place
Wow.
is so magical for me because I think when I return to that place, I'm gonna cry like a baby, you know? Like, especially
It's really weird.
how did you feel? Explain your, like, how did you feel when you went back to Australia and see, like,
When I landed in Sydney, I saw the airport and just everything is so familiar. But when you step out of the airport, you smell the air. That's the Australian air.
yeah, I
And
know.
it's just everything is so familiar there. It's so crazy.
I imagine this because I remember, like, while I was living in Australia, I went in 2008. And when it was 2010, my grandmother passed away, and I returned to Brazil, and for a quick visit. And I stayed here for a little while, and I have a problem with like my passport and stuff, and that took longer with my visa to return. I was took like about 6 months, and for me like looked like centuries, because I still remember when I was like fighting to go back to Australia. When I returned to Australia, I went to the airport. I dropped in a central station, and as
Hmm.
soon I got off the central station and I was in George Street again, I breathed the air and I said like I'm home. I felt like more home there than here actually. Did you feel the same thing, Yuti?
Yeah, I
Like
feel Sydney was my home. It's a special feeling. But George Street, which is the main street of Sydney City,
yes,
now they have something different.
I know they took off the streets. Is that right? Is they put it like
Yeah, they got tram now,
the
the light rail.
the tram? Yes, put the little trams.
Yes,
Yes, I
but
think
that's the only thing. It's
really,
different. Everything else is the same.
really, really. And that city, we like because we guys, Sydney is huge, but Ute and I we live in the city, and that place is like the clubs are there, the things you buy are there, the work are there. So you like we know that place. Each like look at our house, like the city. We know the city very very close, and
That's right.
I still remember like the apartment that we live. What's the name? It was like very like high apart like
Yeah, that's Ward Tower.
Ward Tower. I was trying to remember the Ward Tower. And yeah, let's talk about the situation that we had in the house. I don't know if you still remember. I hope so. I
Of
think
course,
you
I
remember.
remember. It was too impressive.
You think, tell to the people, to our listeners, our audience, why I was kicked out, I was evicted from the house in that situation there. Why? Do you remember? I know you guys all of a sudden um, yeah, have a
I remember
conversation
very
and
clearly because this is like one of the stories I would tell my friend until now.
tell me.
Yeah, because remember we got this two Korean girls moving the house, and
Yes.
like typical Asian girls. I mean, typical, but really typical traditional ones. So they're moving, they're very nice, they're very behaving. We still had a good time until one day I finished work from the cafe, I think I remember. It was around 3 p.m. and I went back home and I was thinking why they sound some weird sound. The squeezing, quaking, quirking sound from the bunk bed. It's where Papi stay in the bed before. I was like, what the hell? And then other two girls, they came back home. They're wondering what happened. I remember one girl one day eventually told me she couldn't stand anymore because she saw you were having sex with a girl in the living room. So I was like, what the?
But yeah,
Well,
tell me.
so well for me it was like, yes, yes, he was having sex in the living room, and well, but I believe other two girls couldn't really stand it. Okay,
Yeah, but you're right.
they
You're right,
went
Yuri.
they
You're
went
right.
crazy.
You're right. I wasn't crazy. It was a quick situation, that I have to deal
What
with.
quick situation? Like 10 minutes?
I have to situation where I have to decide, leave this girl, this pretty girl. Actually, because you said it was 3 p.m. I maybe
Yeah.
this was another girl maybe, but like I remember there was one night. I think it was after that night in the next day when the thing went down, because there was in the night I went to the club and I met this girl was from she was I don't know if she was Swedish. She was a very pretty girl, blondie and stuff. And the girl, listen, let's fuck. And I say, man, I can't, I live in this house. The people there are very quiet, I can't do it. And say, listen, look at this. I think the girl was Finland. I think it's from Finland, the girl, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl, listen, yeah, let's okay, be quiet, all right? Let's be quiet. And I went there, was overnight. I went there, very quiet. And poor Tonio was sharing the living room for me. It was in the bed upstairs, and and I said, listen, man, because actually it was funny. Cause listen, guys, let's explain how that happened there. The living room you have a bunk bed in the living room as well, but it was like. They have like these bed sheets, to cover up, like the space from the living room from the rest of the house, and like they made a room in the thing, And but anyway, the girls was a bit loud overnight. I fucked the heads off of the girl, and the next day.
Oh, God.
But listen, the next day now I have to now we have nothing to hold back, all right? You don't, we have nothing to hold back. Tell me the backstory, the things I didn't know. Did you girls? I'm not mad at you, even if you're part of the conversation, but I want to know now after so many years. When you girls, you have to have a meeting to decide. You girls have a meeting with the listen. That's the situation. The guys fucking the girl's head off, and we can handle this. We gonna kick the guys out. Did you girls have a meeting? Tell me.
No. Actually, the two Korean girls, it's not a meeting. They just came to me and the owner of the house, her name is Evie. So they just came to me and Evie and say, listen, we wanted this guy to be kicked out. We can't stand anymore.
All right. I apologize for all the Korean girls that are watching this. I was very
Actually, I remember, Hannah, I think it was not only one time, it was like many times until I remember the girl saw you were on the balcony.
yes,
Was
yes.
it true? Right?
The girl did. I was while I was fucking the girl. The girls went to the balcony. Is that what you're saying?
No. You had sex on the balcony, and then one girl saw it.
Ah, that's true. I didn't know she saw it, but I remember having
She
sex.
saw it.
I remember having sex in the balcony because there was a door that you can reach the balcony. That's true. In the room.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. I fucked the girl in the balcony while she was staring the city. I remember that shit. But girls, now from the bottom of my heart, girls from Korean, I apologize for this. I know I was very immature. I was very horny Brazilian guy in the middle of city, seeing a lot of foreigner hot girls, and I did fuck, but I apologize. It wasn't nice to do this. Like maybe once, but sometimes I think
It's okay. I didn't see.
sometimes it was a bit crazy, But anyway, I was kicked out. But can you see how the things turn in the because I was kicked out, and I think listen, this apartment was very nice, even though it was small, but the building was nice. You had like swimming pool, had a gym, and
Yeah.
I say like I'm fucked now. I don't know where I'm going, but the life is my friend, and the life took me to the ads, and it was a brand new penthouse starting. And do you remember, Yutin, when like there was empty the house and I invite you girls to help me bring my stuffs to the penthouse, and you girls went
Yeah.
crazy when I said, listen, this house is amazing. Do you have a place for me? Do you remember this?
Yes, it was amazing. It's like 2-level penthouse, and just it's huge, and it's got this beautiful view of I don't know where, the Darling Harbor.
Yeah, Darling Harbor, yes. That was a Meriton.
Yeah, it was
It
Meriton.
was very, very close by.
Yeah, it's like 30 meters away.
Yeah, exactly. And I went to this penthouse, and man, was crazy. I met there, like there's the owner is Korean. It was old Korean man, and the manager was a Korean boy, and in the time like there was still few Koreans being part of the house, but the majority was Europeans. It was I think only 2 or 3 Koreans, and the Korean boy we stayed like for 6 months or something, like he was still managing, but like the Europeans, they didn't talk much with the boy, but always being very friendly, always talking to the boy, like, yeah, how you doing, man, and stuff, and we have a conversation, and he told me, listen, Papi, I was being friendly. I was here. I was laughing about my jokes and stuff. He said, "Listen, Papi, I'm going back to Korea. I'm gonna get married. And I said, "Listen, no way, man. You gotta present me to the owner of the house, because I wanna manage this shit." And said, "Yeah, man, let's do it. And he presented to the Korean old man. And I tried to pull some Korean words, and the guy found me very nice. The guy like pretty much adopted him like a kid, like a son, his son, And because he got a daughter, and I think he's a businessman, and he always should have a son. And I remember he always invited to have a dinner in a Korean place and stuff. And I become the manager. And I remember when I became the manager, I start to put it like I have nothing against with my Korean, Asian friends, you know. I love him. I work in Chinatown for so many years, you know, like in the clothing shop there, and all my friends are Asians and stuff. But I do annoys me people that are very quiet. If they are Europeans or Asians, annoys me a lot. And see, most Asians, you know, you're very different Asian, and you can tell the difference because you lived with so many Asians. Because you're a very loud girl and you like to party and you communicate
I
a
was
lot.
not loud.
Yeah, comparing to other Asians, you are. You know this. How do Asians
I
feel?
just talk too much.
Yeah, but how do you think? Like, tell me your perspective from this. Like, how the other Asian friends look at you? It's like, are you crazy, man? And you know.
Well, they just think I talk too much, too outgoing. Pretty much like that.
Oh, really?
Nothing-
They think like
nothing
this
else is
girl,
weird.
like the girl is a bit, you know, fucked up, or I don't know. And
No, I'm so nice, you know, so everyone loves me.
Okay, lovely
know that.
girl, I lovely. But yeah, you're a very nice girl. But that's why, you know, like, you know, you grew up in like in Taiwan. I believe you have this culture very quiet and respectful, and that's very nice. But you always can go to other places, still be communicative and with other people that talk more, and that's very nice. That's why I like you so much. So back in the penthouse, I do like don't like it. I don't like quiet people. I don't like shy people. Fuck that shit. And I have interview with everybody that go into my house. If the people I don't care, you're French but you don't talk much, yeah man, sorry, I can't do it. But if the people are crazy, and I put it in. And I remember there was a time in the house we have so many crazy people and talkative and stuff. And I start to make parties. Do you remember the parties in the penthouse?
Yes.
It was crazy as well, because I always bring people
Was too many people.
Too many people, that's true. Because it's funny, you think, because you were in the little house when you were kicked out there. We are with these people, with everybody there. And when I moved, you were always in my parties in the penthouse. And when I moved again after, like, I think 1.5 years or something, I went to the house in Abercrombie Street in Chippendale.
Chippendale.
You went there. You still went there to my
Yes.
parties, man. You still went there to my
And I also
parties.
brought some pretty girls there too.
Pretty girls as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Australian boy there. What happened? I remember that afterwards, after a while, I went to.
Which Australian boy you're talking about?
You had more than one, because in my time you had one.
Actually, you met my latest one too.
Latin?
No, I mean the latest one. A very tall guy who also went to the penthouse for the party.
That's true. That's true. I remember that guy. I remember that guy too. I remember that guy. But I do remember more is this Australian. He was a very ugly guy. And
You mean the first one, right?
first
Because you
one.
always told me, I need to explain this for myself, okay?
because you're a very pretty girl, and I say, you think this guy's a bit fucked, you know? But I mean, if you love that guy, it's okay.
I remember you wanted me to be with Ben.
Yes, I went there. We have it to this.
We had this conversation.
The conversation. I have this conversation because the guy he's not only ugly, but the guy wasn't very interested. I think he wasn't very smart. Do you remember this?
He wasn't. He was very stupid.
He's a
actually.
very stupid guy. I didn't want to say, but I'm saying now. He was a fucking stupid boy. And I said, listen, the guy is not pretty. The guy's not good looking. And he's still fucking stupid. So, man, what do you have to offer in the shit? Unless you have the fucking visa, you can offer me something. But unless
No. Actually, back then, I had a little bit trouble with a stalker. I don't know if you know that.
I think I remember. But quickly, tell me about this story.
I think I told you before.
You
maybe
told me.
because I think in Sydney it's crazy because everyone got really super drunk and get wasted, and on the street they fight. So I was on George Street and looking at two girls fighting each other. So I think it's funny. So there's a guy next to me, started to talk to me, saying, "This is really funny. I have never seen this before." Blah 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 blah, and then blah blah blah. He started to talk to me and asked me for number. So I was saying, yeah, I had a boyfriend, but if you don't mind, we can be friends. Then he started to annoy me so much. So I told him I had a boyfriend, which is that ugly Australian guy. So he was like my cover to hide from this crazy
Yes.
guy, and he
Yes.
just lived across Ward Tower too.
Yes.
It's really crazy. So I was like living in a horrible situation because I
Yeah.
was really scared of this stalker, because he said to me like, I know where you live, I will find you. And then he called me and said, I saw that guy, you're with him and he's so ugly. But why do you want to be with him anyway? Like I need a cover.
Yeah, but this is a very common situation in Sydney. Probably you have other friends that have the same problem, and my sister had the same problem. My sister had the same problem. There is always stalker with her. You know, like every time she was leaving work, there was always a guy in the corner waiting for her. You know, and she was fucking.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, that's a fucking scary situation. You know, people get missing very quickly. You know, but aside from this, like Australia is very safe country, man. I never be a so safe country like Australia, man. So great. The
Yeah, but I
weather is.
had a stalker.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff because you're pretty, you know. You're a pretty girl, and you attract a lot of
Thank
guys.
you.
And you know, and there's always these guys, you know, very perverts. There's perverts everywhere, you know. But yeah, I mean, we still going on. So tell me about your life. You went back to Taiwan because I don't know if you remember, but I still I remember a lot of Taiwanese songs. You know, I like it, the Taiwanese songs. You know, the
Jason.
yeah, you remember that when I told you I like it, this
your
guy.
sister loves it.
Yeah, I told you this. You know. And it's this guy. I said, you say this guy from Taiwan. This guy from Taiwan. He's very, very popular in Taiwan. And how start? Do you went back to Taiwan? Tell me about it.
You mean how soon? What?
Yeah.
How long?
Did you return to Taiwan? Did you return like a couple of years ago? You still have contact with your family there? How your friends there?
Yeah, of course. I always go back. Like I just came back from Taiwan like a month ago.
Right.
And I go back 3-4 times a year.
Mm-hmm. Tell me the situation now in China about the coronavirus. You are very curious, you know. Wuhan was the place when the thing break out. And is that far from there or Wuhan?
Yeah, I told you it was around 2 hours by high-speed train. So I think I'm pretty safe from there.
Okay. But how the things there in China right now? Because we all here in Brazil in fucking quarantine, but Brazilians is fucked up because people don't take this shit serious as always. We always think everything's a fucking party in a carnival. So tell me about it. How's the life now in the place? Where the city you're now? What's the name?
In Suzhou.
Suzhou. So in the life in Suzhou at the moment, how look you guys in quarantine? What's going on in Suzhou right now?
So here it's not too crazy. So here in China, I find it's interesting too. So the building, like I live in an apartment, but my apartment is like 10 buildings all together in a small area. They call it little district. So here is like this, every little district. So when the virus started, they blocked down all this little district. You cannot go out, you cannot come in. Only the delivery man can put your food at the door, so you can go pick up.
All right.
So now they are getting better. So like my one, we don't block it anymore, so people can come in and go. But you need to apply for a code, which is an app. So the code is a QR code. If it's green, and shows you are okay, you're healthy, and you're able to go anywhere. If it's red and yellow, that means it's not okay. So maybe you have been somewhere dangerous, or maybe you got sick. Maybe you have high potential to get sick. So they let you pass to places or even go on a high-speed train. Here it's really crazy because they're trying to track everyone.
Yes.
So if you got out of some city, maybe to say if I go to Wuhan or Hubei, and then if I come back, then I need to be quarantined for 14 days again.
All right. And they like you took like some exam or something? Like did you took some blood test or?
No, actually, I didn't. But I got a notification 2 weeks ago. The policeman wanted me to go to do the test. But then I told them I came back for 1.5 months already. I don't need to. So they didn't really force me. But I think there are like newly increased number these days because people came from overseas and they continue coming in and continue getting sick. So they just want everyone who came into China nowadays, and then all of them need to be tested.
Right. But at the moment, you guys still in quarantine or can go out to go to the supermarket or can go to some place? There's a restaurants open there, the stores are open. What's going on there?
Everything's okay now, actually. You can go everywhere you like.
Really? But like, I
With
mean,
the QR code.
the stores are open, like clothing store, shopping.
Yeah.
Everything's open.
Yes.
Ah, really?
But you are required to wear face mask.
You gotta use the face mask. But
Yes.
but like the mask, like there was something already very traditional, or no? People used to, or maybe in Japan they use it more.
In Japan, they use it more because of the flowers. The flower powders make them sick and allergic. Here, people when they get sick, or when the air is really polluted, they use face mask, or they are riding a scooter or something. But normally, people still won't use it every day as a daily use. But here, and nowadays with this coronavirus, everyone is wearing a mask.
Yes.
And if you don't really wear it, if you don't wear one, everyone will look at you like you're getting sick or whatever.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
No way, no way. But do you have any friend that got very sick with coronavirus there, or?
No, none of my friends are sick. So
Right.
that's one of the reasons I decided I can come back, because my company require me to come back to work.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, I was working from home in Taiwan until the middle of March.
Yeah.
So I got my laptop so I can work from home for a little bit. But then I think they want everybody to go back to work because of the economy is going down.
Yeah, I know this. I know. Especially in China, I've heard about it. The guy went like, it's been a long time since you guys have some kind of economic crisis there, and the guys is going we're going very very up, and now you think crashed because of the coronavirus. But what do you do for a living right now, YUTING? Tell me about your work.
Cosmetics.
Cosmetics. Really?
Yes. I work for Italian company. It's a cosmetic OEM. So we have a lot of factories and companies around the world. Here in Suzhou, we have one factory, and mainly exported for local brands and some Southeast Asia brands. So it's a a job a lot of girls would like to do.
Oh, really? You can introduce me some, colleagues, like some. That'd be
Would you like to
nice.
know Italian, German, or
But what?
British?
Tell me. You work with foreigners. So you speak English there at work, or how's the thing? Oh,
Yeah, mostly we speak English because we need to work closely with the Italians.
right. Can you?
But it's just because of the coronavirus, they cannot really come. So now we are using the Zoom or Teams, Microsoft Teams to have a
Yes.
meeting.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and they're going crazy there because my colleagues told me like they really want to go out, but they can't. They're
Yes.
getting depression.
Yeah. That crazy. That's so crazy. Can you speak some Italian already or not yet?
Sì. Allora, va bene.
Va bene. That's great. That's great. So you're doing very good for yourself, and I'm very happy for you, or you think that you're doing
Yeah, I'm
very
very
well.
happy for you too. You're doing better and better every time I see you.
Oh, that's great. I've been working like a bitch. I told you, my life in Brazil, it's fucking working like a bitch. I hope one day, very soon, not very far, to return to my home, Australia, that I miss so much, and I hope you see you there as well. Because when I go back, we're gonna be a fucking party.
You're too old for parties.
No fucking
No,
way.
we're never too old for party.
Yeah, man, no way. I'm looking like a boy still. I lost my hair though, and you're gonna see the pictures now. I have long hair as before, and now I'm fucking bald. But I'm still a
It's
hot,
okay.
I'm still a hot Brazilian. I still have the move, like.
Yeah,
uh,
I believe so.
let's take a look in some pictures, and maybe we revive some those of moments. People are very curious about to see the people. Let me check this, and okay, let's see these pictures. Okay, here we are. So he was in our house, the little house, the first one, the first house.
It was very first.
Yeah, I remember. They think that people they don't know here, because we have some people that have experience overseas, but most Brazilian, we are a country that not everyone have opportunity to go overseas and experience this life overseas, with other countries. And yeah, for the you Brazilians that didn't see that yet, so that was living. I was only two white boys there. It was me and the English boy there in the corner, and the most they are Asians, and they have the culture to eat
Listen.
like
Tonio, half Brazilian,
Tony
remember?
half Brazilian, but he grew up in Japan, so. For me, everything was very new, like you guys gonna eat in the floor. Is that true? Is that what happening? You know?
We don't have a table.
Yeah, because, but I
We don't
mean,
eat on the floor.
yeah. But I mean, traditionally, you guys, normally you guys eat on the floor, like they have this little table and
No, I've never done this before in my house in Taiwan. We have
really?
a proper dining table. I think it was our poor backpacker life.
I like your hair that way, or I think it was very, very, very common that time. They still had a very short there and very long here. I like that hair. It was very rocky,
I
rocky.
didn't like it.
I didn't like it. It was I remember that was very popular at that time. The haircut with the
Yeah, it was very popular.
it was very popular at that time. And
Yeah,
so the other girls there. There was the girl
they were
was
my friends.
your friend. I remember that friend that's yours. They were very cute. The one in the corner, the left
Yes,
corner.
yeah, you told me every time you saw my friend, you'd be like, "You think your friends is so cute."
But she got she have The girl next to her was her girlfriend. Is that right?
Yeah, used to.
You should
And
be.
the girl, you think she's cute. Now she's married with a baby as well.
No way. She went because there was a girl. She was having a
Yeah.
relationship with another girl.
She went straight.
She went back straight.
Yes.
I know. I think she was missing one thing. You know, she was missing
I know.
she was missing a big thing in her life. And that's good. That's good, man. Yeah, that was our living room sharing there. Other thing I found very, very interesting was you guys eating rice in the fucking breakfast. You know, like I
That's
remember.
Korean, not me.
Not you, because like I said, means I wanna have a bread and a toast. No fucking way I'm gonna eat the fucking rice. But the Koreans, they eat the rice like in the breakfast, man. Is that real?
I think that the Koreans and Japanese, they eat rice for breakfast.
For everything, they eat rice for everything, actually.
Yes, my Korean friends told me they cannot live without rice.
That's true. That's true. Okay, let's see the next photo. Next photo. Oh yeah, look at these crazy girls. Yumi, you and me. Yumi from Japan. Yumi was another like Asian, crazy Asian, and I love her. She was
I
very
love her.
she was very funny, but because she had the experience of living in Germany, is that right? She went to like a backpack in Germany. That's why she got more used to the Western life. Is that right? You think?
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
I think it was frozen.
Okay. Okay. So Yumi, she lived back in she went back in Europe for a while. That's why she's become a bit Western style and craziness. What do you think?
No, I think she was like that.
She always like
She
that.
was very naive and very funny, and she never hid her feeling. I remember one time, I don't know if you remember, when she wanted to have a cigarette.
Yeah.
And you remember how expensive the cigarettes are in Australia.
That's
And
true.
now it's even worse. So she rolled this rollie with the tobacco.
Yes.
So she went down to, remember we have a supermarket just downstairs,
Yes.
and then she trying to get some pepper.
Yeah.
And the girl at the counter didn't let her, telling her, sorry, you look under 28, so I'm not selling you the paper. And she said, I am only buying the paper, nothing else.
Yeah.
So she went crazy. So she rolled the tobacco with newspaper.
I remember that shit. She fucking smoked the shit. I remember that. Funny, man. Funny. Do you remember where the place was? Which club was we partying there? Do you
I'm
remember?
not sure. Is it Starbucks?
Maybe Star
'Cause we
Bar.
we can only afford to go to cheap bar over there at that time.
That's true. I think it was the Star Bar. That's funny. That's funny, man. That place. It was in the very beginning. It was 2008. That thing. It was very beginning.
It was very beginning
Yeah, in Australia.
of the years I went.
Wait, how long you were in Australia? Because you were very as well earlier there. Yeah, like you're longer than me, but
Yeah, around 8 years. No, actually, we arrived around the center just a little bit earlier than you.
yes, that's true. That's true. That was good because you were like living the same experience at the same time. Everything was new for us. And it was a great time. I revived those moments and see like, oh my god, so good times.
Yeah, it was crazy backpacker life back then, I have to say. And you still got your hair.
Yeah, dude, I do. And do you remember this barbecue?
I remember.
Oh,
And that's the ugly Australian you're talking about.
Yes, this was a UTX boyfriend right here, the little white boy there, and we are doing a
Only
nice.
for a few months, okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was I think it was experience. You learn a lot from this, and I'm pretty
I remember
sure.
that was your new tattoo back then, or
Yeah, do you remember this
I think you
tattoo?
did it in Sydney.
No, this tattoo I didn't see. I came from from Brazil already with this tattoo,
Oh,
but it was very, very new. It was very new, like a 3 months old. My tattoo. And yeah, Latin lifestyle. Like excess of honey, right pinch of salt. That was written my tattoo
yep.
there. And that's YUTING, Tonio as well from Japan. And was a nice barbecue. We have these barbecue areas on the beach, and at the beach, and it was very nice. You can just go there, bring your sausage and stuff, and make a barbecue and have fun.
Free barbecue machine.
Yeah, and that's
It was amazing.
something very curious. A lot of people don't know it, but like on the beach, you can only have like a drinking in one sort of area. There is a drinking area. You cannot go like and drink it, like in the cross the road and drink over there. No, you have to drink in that area only. Because in Brazil you can drink everywhere on the streets. I don't know about China, but in Brazil it's you can just.
In China, you drink everywhere. In Taiwan too, but in Australia, if you drink outside, most likely you'll get $500 fine if you drink some outside.
That's true. You get fined if the cops catch you if they're drinking outside. It's I know because when you go to these liquor shops, liquor stores, and they have this bag very like closed bag so the people can see the thing inside. I think it's a requirement. You cannot.
I know, and they're so annoying that if you don't bring your ID, and then most likely they won't sell you the alcohol.
That's
I think
true.
because this year I went back to Australia. Come on, how old am I? And they asked for my ID and didn't want to sell me alcohol.
That's true, but because you seem very young still, you think you seem young.
I know.
Asians also looks very young always. Like I always met Asian like I'm 43. I said, what the fuck? You look like 18, man. No way. You guys have the good genes, and keep you guys very, very young still. Let's check the other picture. Do you remember? This was a kind of
it's a festival in Surrey Hills.
It was a festival. This was my friend, the Luis, the Mexican boy. Do you remember this guy?
Yeah, Nano.
No, yeah, that's true. He always in a party. I did an interview with him as well here in the show. You guys can check it out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you saw? You guys can check the interview with Nano from Mexico. He always in my parties as well, like YUTING. And it was a very nice. This one was a very nice event as well. It was a festival. There's always festival in Sydney. Always festivals, and that's something I love as well. And people.
By the way, the little boy in the front, we don't know him.
No,
he was a random jumping.
I think most people we don't. There's a German girl. Do you remember this German girl?
Yeah, Julia. I met her. Where? I don't remember. I think she came back to Sydney and then visit me as well.
No way. Are you serious?
Yes.
I remember this girl. And do you have contact with her?
Yes. 2 years ago, I went to Germany and we tried to meet up, but I didn't have time, so almost happened.
All right. Do you think she still remember me? Because
I believe so. You are a very exaggerating person. It's hard to forget.
She lived with us in the house. That's true.
Yes. No, actually, no. She was Yumi's friend.
She was Yumi's friend. That's right. She's a Yumi friend. And yeah.
And some of these people are her schoolmates or something like that. She went to school back then.
That's true.
She was studying English.
That's true. She was studying English. All right, let's see the other picture here. People are very curious.
No, wait.
Okay, return.
Can you go back?
Okay, I'm back.
The middle girl was the one who kicked you out.
Which one? This one?
The one next to you. With the sunnies.
This one?
Up. A little bit up. No, that's my friend. Yes.
Evie. That's right.
I can't remember her name. No, she's not Evie. It's another girl. But I can't remember her name.
That's true. The girl, the Korean girl that was living with us. But listen,
Yes.
you're a good friend of Evie, because I remember back in the day, I was kicked out because Evie was the manager. She came to me and took the decision. She kicked me out. And but she added me on Orkut, or I think, or Facebook. She added me on Facebook later on. And like friends, like nothing, we're friends and stuff.
Did she say sorry to you or something?
No, she didn't say, but she was cute. She was cute.
Everyone's cute.
She was a cute. She was a cute one. She was a cute one. And she's older, but she looked very young, And yeah, I think. But anyway, let's check the other picture here. And this was in the penthouse, because I remember this.
Yeah, it was in the penthouse.
This was in the penthouse, because I remember this suit. And
I remember why you're wearing that.
because
but you're wearing gold all the time, even now. Look at you.
Yeah, because this was my common costume,
Yeah, become your signature now.
That was on my common costume. I'd like to wear like all the time in a penthouse, like it's my pimpy costume, like my robe, and I think this was one of my parties. Is that right?
Yes, it was one of the party. It was like the very first one you had after you move into that penthouse.
That's right. Was the first one of the first ones in the penthouse. And you drink VB there? Can you see that?
Victoria beer.
Victoria beer. That's right. You look very cute here, YUTING.
I always look cute all the time, okay?
Look very cute. I love your hair as well. I prefer this hair, all right? Cut it back that way.
Okay.
I miss that. This was, I already missing my hair. I can see there in this picture. My hair is already falling off. This was already in the house. Already.
Another house, Chippendale.
It was in Chippendale already. And
yes, and these girls are my friends.
Those are your friends you brought to the house, right?
Yes.
And, is this? Yeah, this is a Korean one. Is that right? The cute one, the mixed one.
No, it's different girl. I couldn't find that photo, unfortunately.
You have to send them more after with time. I want to have those photos, You have to.
You should have reminded me earlier.
Sorry. I was a bit in a rush today. It's my fault, people. But I promise you, we're gonna have a return of YUTING a few days soon, and she's gonna send me those pictures as well. But yeah, do you remember this house? This house was fucking crazy house, because it was 3 houses together, and I was the fucking manager in the house as well. Do you remember this one?
Yeah, I remember that. It was massive, and you threw like a massive party, like letting everyone in. I remember so clearly when I was trying to look for that house, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, you couldn't find it.
Yeah, but I heard the music, so I was trying so hard. I was like, oh my God, this place looks so dark. Are you sure it's here? And I was texting you. I was like, am I in the right place?
That's true. Because the street, it was a bit dark. That street there, Abercrombie Street, and
it's Abercrombie Street.
Yeah, tell me something, YUTING, because you returned to city very very recently, and I mean, they said the Chippendale they become a different suburb right now. It's very wealthy now. They have new buildings there. The Central Park, they made it the fucking huge Central Park there. Did you check that out or no? Tell me about it.
Yeah, actually it was there 4 years ago already.
Yeah, but
it was massive. It was like a massive apartment and shopping area, but it's not really a shopping center. It's luxury. It's very expensive.
No way.
Yeah, they're trying to rebuild a lot of buildings and a lot of people moving. So it's a little bit different from before. Yeah. But I think it's still the same in Abercrombie Street.
Oh, really? Because what I've heard is Chip and Dale, because Chip and Dale is most of the houses are very old houses, and it's very very, the community was very how can I say, it's a very close community there, and the old houses and stuff. And apparently they took it down, all the fucking houses, and built like crazy high, like, you know, buildings and very brand news and stuff. And that's what I say. I'm looking forward to checking that out. For a while, I say, friend of mine, an American girl, she went there very like a couple months ago, and she went to our house. Apparently, our house is still there, like no one living there. But
It's still there.
it's still fucking there, full of fucking rats and stuff, but it's still fucking there, man. No way, man. It's that crazy thing, you know. But yeah, man, that was amazing experience. I mean, we met so many people from different countries. That's the experience we have. Some from Australia, you know, from Sydney, and that's I have to say, you know, for the people that maybe a bit scared to go out overseas and have experience. Now we all fucked because we all in quarantine, having nothing to do. But I think this is a good opportunity for we reach our friends from Australia, and you know, revive those moments. Like YUTING is such a good friend of mine. She always been there from the very beginning until the very end in my parties, and I hope keep this friendship for a long time. And maybe not very late, not very soon as well, but we're gonna meet each other back in Sydney for a huge party together. Are you in, YUTING, or not? Tell me.
Of course, but maybe I can go visit you first.
You can come to Brazil. That's true. You can come to.
I've never been there.
You should
After
come.
this virus, maybe.
You should come. And you single now? Tell me about it. The Brazilian people are waiting for this answer.
It's a secret.
It's a secret, because you have to come to Brazil single. This is a fucking must. You have to come fucking
no, and then
single.
I have to go there when I'm not single.
So you're not
Hey,
single.
remember you told me the story that, remember you told me to like, don't listen to Brazilians too much, the boys.
Yes.
Remember you told me
Yeah,
that?
of course. Because you know Brazilians.
Yeah, because of you.
But I think my reference is pretty accurate, you know, like, because you know, today we started in a bit late, half hour late, and I said, YUTING, I'm sorry for this, you know. And she said, you know, you always be fucking late, like in this Brazilian hour, because we all Brazilians will get late for the things. And I know you guys from Asia, you guys are very, very point, you know, to the time, and
Not really.
Not really.
You know me.
Not you.
Sometimes I'm still late.
And yeah, I'm sorry again for this, but yeah, I think you have a good experience, and from that, guys, do you have any another thing you want to talk about, YUTING? Or because we getting already, I know it's getting very late there in China. I know you have to sleep, and you're pretty tired, you work a lot, and but there's anything do you remember you want to share with us, or you're gonna end up right here right now? Tell me something you want to say. You can say anything about me, about who I. Tell me about what you think who I am. Like if someone can describe it. Listen, who is Papi? How would you say? What do you would say about Papi? Tell me honestly. YUTING, I think she's frozen a little bit. Okay.
No, I'm not frozen.
You're not frozen?
I saw you're not asking me.
Tell me, what do you think?
I'm always curious, like, do you name yourself Papi?
Yeah, well, because back in the day, I think I didn't have my nickname Papi back in your days. But after a while,
No, you didn't.
yeah, after not very long from that time we lived together, I was named by the world as Papi. And people are very curious why people call me Papi, because actually, I hanging out with a lot of Latinos, and some Latino countries we call each other like brothers, and it's like, hey Papi, what's going on? Hey Papi. You already saw in the movies, Latinos call each other Papi. Hey Papi, what's up? And I'm very bad to remember the names of people, and I always call the people Papi, like, hey Papi, please come here, and I always call people Papi, and people start to call me Papi back. So that's why I got this nickname, and people call me Papi. And as well, Papi normally is a guy with more, have the move, the guy have the love girls, love parties, and so that has double meaning, in my nickname. But what do you think, YUTING? If there is something like, have to present me for a friend of yours, and your friends say, listen, you want to introduce me this Brazilian boy, whose name is Victor Alejandro, but his nickname is Papi. What do you have to say to her? Tell me.
Be careful of this guy.
Why? She said, why?
Come on, I have seen too many stories of yours. You know that. And every time you saw my friend, you'll be like, she's so pretty. Why do I need to introduce you, another girl? It's easy for you.
I'm not easy. Now I'm single. I'm still single. I dated. Do you remember that I dated the Dutch girl?
Remember you had a girlfriend back to the house, on the in Chippendale.
Yes.
And then your girlfriend was there. She was really beautiful, by the way. She was beautiful and was super nice. But then you told me my friend is pretty. You'll be like, oh my God, your friend is the most beautiful girl I ever seen in my life. I was like, your girlfriend is there.
No, it was just a comment. I want to make that clear. I do love girls. I do love sex a lot. But I mean, none of my girlfriends, and I was cheating. None of my girlfriends. I was being very trustworthy and reliable to my girls and loyal. But I do made a comment. It's very cute. I appreciate the pretty of the girls, and I said, listen, your girl is very, very different, very exotic, and I like it. I'm no longer with my girlfriend, as you can see. We split up. That was my longest relationship that I had, 3.5 years.
I remember you have been with her for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true. We've been together for a long time, but now she got a baby. She got married, I think. We no longer.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't talk for a long time, and but I hope all the best for her. Probably she's gonna listen to me sometime, and I hope all the good. Have a good memories from her. And but I hope all the best. Maybe we can meet somewhere one day. But anyway, what I'm saying is I'm fucking single. I'm fucking single. Do you still remember my ex-girlfriend, the first one, the Thai girl? Do you remember back in a penthouse? Do you remember her or not? The Thai girl. You didn't remember the Thai girl. She's a Thai Australian.
No.
And there was a
I remember this person, but I don't remember her face.
Yes. She was very pretty as well. But I think she was too quiet for me. And we did. She's too quiet. She's too quiet. She's too quiet, and I'm a very loud guy. YUTING, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was very nice to see and revive those moments. You're still very pretty. I hope you can visit Brazil. Very soon. Mi casa é su casa. Do you remember that? I always say that.
Yeah, mi casa é su casa.
Do you remember that? Yeah, mi casa is always gonna be su casa. And in Brazil here, at the moment we are fucking quarantine. I don't think this is gonna end very soon. I hope you go back to the normal. And I think I don't know. We have to find a vaccine for that thing. But anyway, we're gonna keep in touch. We're gonna be talking, and I hope you send me some pictures so maybe I can check it out, some other pics when you have time. And
Of course.
do you wanna say some message for our friends back in the house that gonna watch this interview back in?
Well, I hope everyone can stay safe, stay healthy, and then so we all can all travel again. So I can visit Brazil or Europe or Sydney. Let's have a party soon.
That's great. That's great. Okay, guys, we end here one more Papi La Vida show directly from Brazil. We're in quarantine season right now, but I want to invite you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have a lot of interviews in Spanish, in English, and Portuguese. And it's a good opportunity to hear about the crazy stories of Papi and also learn about other countries as well. And maybe if you want to have some question, getting always in the chat and make questions as well. And also, I want to, for you guys are very busy, still, doing some washing and take care of the kids, but I want to listen the conversation. Guys can check me, can check Papi La Vida on Spotify and Google Play, iTunes, all the audio platforms there. And guys, thank you very much again, and I see you guys very, very soon in the Papi La Vida show. Stay tuned, guys, and see you. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.